All right, guess the lines. Usually when I'm dead on for guess the lines, it's usually good for my gambling, which was the case last week when I nailed like 6 straight on. So we got...
you were good. And it's 1-1-1 after 3 weeks.
All right, so we're fresh start. We're basically starting... We're dead even. Thursday night, your team is playing the Giants in Giants Stadium. This felt like Cowboys minus 3.5 to me.
Wow, the disrespect. I may have to quit the week here because I had 6.5.
Yeah.
I said still the Giants, and it's 4.5. You get it. If they lose,
I think that ends under 4. I think that gets to 3.5.
Really?
Yeah, your team's not good. I know you can't see it yet. It's fine.
Well,
your team's not that good.
Okay, but don't we match up against the Giants? What?
It's not your fault.
Just hold
it's
me.
Not your
just
fault.
Hold me through the Zoom.
It's not your fault. Your team's not
neighbors.
good.
We have
My
Lamb.
team's not good either. We have 2 bad teams.
Our defense is better. Our quarterback's better. Okay. All right. We always beat him.
Dak might win 9 games just by himself, which he probably should if you're paying him $60 million. But your team's not very good.
Okay. I guess that's it. I mean, you'll agree, though, they usually throw a Cowboys tax in there, right? And 3.5 or 4.5, what it is, doesn't seem...
I would argue you had the Cowboys tax this week when the line was 1.5 when it should have been 3.
Really? You thought Raven?
The Raven. I thought the Ravens should have been favored by 3, yeah.
By the way, we didn't... Yeah, that flipped from when we bet last week. All right, I don't even want to talk about that game.
The big flip from last week was that Saints-Eagles line moved like 5 points, right?
Yeah, because the Eagles lost on Monday.
Yeah.
And that moved it, yeah.
Sunday marquee. So I'm going to do this one, even though it's probably not the marquee, but it is for me. Chiefs at the Chargers. Chiefs coming LA. Harbaugh, his first time going against Andy Reid and Mahomes. Herbert probably playing, I would assume. And assuming he does play, I just think this is a really fun game, and I'm excited to watch it because I think I'm a little higher on the Chargers, especially their defense, than most. So I'm going to say Chiefs by 6.
All right. I'm going to suggest we throw this out, and it's not just because I lost. I said Chiefs by 3.5, but this reads for sure like he's not playing. It's 8.5.
Oof. We're not throwing it out because I won.
All right, fine. I mean, yeah, but all your analysis was Herbert's playing. I mean, he's clearly not playing this game, right?
Well, there's going to be a lot of Chiefs fans too. Don't you think 30,000 Chiefs fans at that game?
Not 8.5 points worth of Chiefs fans. That's craziness.
That line's too high. I agree.
Will you look at that? Make sure I'm not screwing that up. Sunday 425. 8.5, right? Okay.
That the 2 injuries that didn't look great were that one, and Laporta looked like he was really hurt.
Yeah,
like,
he came back for a second, but
did not. That guy just seems jinxed.
Yeah. All right, you get that one. You're up 2-0, but I'm surprised that already they're assessing that he's out.
Well, I'm leading 2-0 already for the week. I'm excited. I have 2 watchable games. Oh, 3. My bad. There's one in the wrong category. Okay. First one. Saints at the Falcons. I almost want to call this a loser leaves town match, but we can't because this division is going to be dragging on for 14 more weeks. I have the Saints favored in this game. I did Saints by 1. I just think they're better.
All right, I'm going to get... do I get this? You figure out the math. Yeah, I get this. I said Atlanta by 3. So I was like, you know what? You don't step into Atlanta. They have the Ring of Honor with the owner in there. It's Atlanta by 1.5.
Yeah, you did get that.
So I was off 1.5. You were off 3.
I think
that could move. That could tighten them.
Okay. Atlanta by 1.5. Interesting. Did we hammer Raheem Morris hard enough in the pod? Can't remember.
I mean, I guess
there were so many bad coaches today, but special kudos to him for those terrible, awful 3rd and 4th down calls.
I mean, that last 4th down, I don't know, man. I've seen so many up the middle that didn't make it. I've seen so many jet sweeps that didn't make it. I don't even know what the right call is on 4th down.
What about the timeout? So they get a 1st down. It's under a minute left. there's a play, and then he just calls timeout.
Right.
And then the next play, Reed calls timeout before Raheem Morris is able to call timeout, which should have told him how dumb the first timeout was.
Exactly. Yeah,
like,
right.
There's a minute left. You're on the 15. You keep your 3 timeouts in case you don't get it.
Yeah.
Keep the clock running. Either way, make the Chiefs call timeout. He just completely mangled it.
Yeah,
he was terrible the last time he was a head coach.
Yeah.
But I thought he'd be better this time because everyone was talking about what a great defensive coordinator he was. But when he was the head coach for Tampa, he was awful.
Didn't we make a deal with ourselves that we were going to wait till after 3 games and then bet Atlanta to win the division? It's like they could be 0-3 or 1-2 or something. Now they're plus 180 and they're home. I guess if you think they're going to lose this one, then you wait even longer. But we did make a deal that we never keep.
I thought we had to wait until, I guess this was the week.
Yeah.
Wait, so what? So they're, all right, I'm going to FanDuel. So they are, Saints are plus 145, Falcons plus 180, Tampa's plus 260.
Because they were a minus to start the year, right? So we were like, no, just wait a few weeks and they could be 1-2 or 0-3.
What team do you like more?
I guess that's what it comes down to. I like the Saints team I saw last week beat the shit out of my Cowboys. That's the team that should win the division.
I like the Saints a little more. Okay. Next one is Eagles at the Bucks. Eagles have to be favored in this game. I'm going to say Eagles by 1.5 at Tampa.
I got this exactly right unless it changed. I said 2.5 and it is, still 2.5. Yeah, Philly's favored. That's a playoff rematch, right?
The Bucks waxed them the last time. So either that's a Bucks feeling confident because they beat them the last time.
Yeah.
Or the Eagles mad that they beat them the last time. I never know. I never know how that works.
Yeah. Let me know how that turns out.
Yeah. I'll never figure that one out. Next one is Packers at the Vikings. This arguably could have been the marquee game, but I didn't know if Malik Willis was playing or not. By the way, shout out to Malik Willis. Malik really Willis was pretty good today.
Very good. I mean, I maybe I'm crediting the coach too much, but Malik Willis didn't screw up. He ran along with that team. They pounded the ball, and that defense, I guess we should talk more about the Packers' young, excellent defense. It already has 6 interceptions, and when they had 7 all of last year. Very, very good.
Well, he cost me money twice because he cost me money last week because I bet against the Packers only because of Malik Willis, because of his career to that point, and they won. So I stayed away this week. But then with Skylar Thompson, I was like, I just want to bet against Skylar Thompson. He's in Seattle. The Seattle's defense should just kill him. Like, what are we doing?
Right.
But I was so scared up by the Malik Willis thing, I held off.
Oh, wow.
It's almost like a second loss. Like Malik Willis scared me off of easy Skylar Thompson money. So fuck you a second time, Malik Willis, because
he's responsible
I
for
lost somehow again.
All your bad bets here going forward.
I have the Packers at home, right?
Yeah, Packers at home. Yep.
Minus 1.5 over Minnesota.
Oh, I narrowly beat you. I said 3. It's 2.5.
So that's a line that
it's a good game.
That's a line that is saying Jordan Love's playing.
Love's playing. Yeah. I think he wanted to go.
I should have factored that in. God damn it.
Too late.
I should have cheated this week. I forgot to cheat.
That's a fun one. That's a good one early on. I like that.
Yeah, that probably should have been the Sunday marquee game if Love's playing.
Yeah.
I'm going to flip that, even though it doesn't matter because we already did the podcast. I'm going to flip that just for my own records. Fairly watchables. I got 5. Jets Broncos. Not a terrible game.
Yeah.
It's a Jets home game. And I think the Broncos showed enough today that they moved that line under 7. I have Jets by 6.5.
All right. I'm making a move here. I said 7 at 7.5.
Oof. It's a little too high.
3-2. Good guys.
So the Broncos had a really good second half against the Steelers and played a really good complete game today. So they've been good for a game and a half. And I think that line's too high.
Well, we didn't talk about the Jets at all because it was a Thursday game. I guess you talked about it on Friday. But I think people need to calm down just a little bit with Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. And I'm not saying this because I don't like whatever. I had them Thursday. I think they're a playoff team.
Yeah.
But they played a bottom 5 team. Sorry, you shit on my team enough today.
I'm insulted you said bottom 5. They're a bottom 3 team. How dare you call us a bottom 5
Bottom
team?
3. I take it back.
Bottom 3.
I will never insult you again.
3 worse teams than us.
Bottom 3, bottom 5 on 3 days rest. So anything could happen. And they took advantage. But he looked good. But he wasn't forced out. I mean, he had like design rollouts out of the pocket. I think he was forced out too much.
I thought he looked good. I thought he made good throws.
A little bit high. Tiny bit.
Texans are home for the Jaguars. So I have Texans by 3.5, but I think if the Jaguars look good, I think this line goes under 3. But for now,
I get you
Texans 3.5.
I said 4. It's 4.5. I went a little higher. These are good division games. Mini Green Bay, Jacksonville, Houston.
That's an underdog pick.
KC Chargers.
I think that's an underdog pick, Sal.
The Jags?
God, I'm going to bet the Jags again. Just honestly, just club me in the head.
We have to see.
No, that's too many points. The Jags have a good pass rush. The Texans can't block anyone. Like, you can get to Stroud.
Yeah.
And they can't run the ball. We'll see if they get Mixon back next week, but they couldn't run the ball, which is a problem. Okay, Next one. Steelers at Indianapolis.
This is your team. You should get this.
Yeah,
I was off by 0.5 point.
Steelers by 2.5.
I said 2. It's 1.5. Look at this. Look how I'm elbowing you out of here.
God damn it.
I promise. Look.
No, I believe you. I'm not like you. I don't, when I'm losing, I don't accuse the other person of cheating.
Well, I think
like you're the real life 2014 Indianapolis Colts. You're just accusing when you're losing. You just lash out.
I don't know why you don't do that. I think that's a character flaw, to be honest.
That line should be up to 2.5 or 3 by game time, because Anthony Richardson against that Steelers defense is not going to be pretty.
At some point, they have to take they could take one game a month off the Steelers defense, right?
I don't know, man.
Isn't that what defenses do? Isn't that what they do?
I think Watt's possessed this year.
Yeah.
Last one. I put Bears Rams as a fairly watchables only because I don't know what the F to expect from either of these teams. It's definitely not a poop fecta game. And the Rams really won my respect today, but
you're going to get this.
Am I? Because I have the Bears favored by 1.5.
Yeah, you got it exactly. I had the Rams favored by 3. And talk me out of this. Why the Bears are favored?
I don't know. Because the Rams got super lucky today and probably should be, 0-3.
Well, I mean, if anyone should be 0-3, okay.
Yeah, the Bears got super lucky against the Titans.
Yeah.
Will Levis, 8 turnovers this year. Forgot to shout him out.
So good.
Yeah.
He's so good.
8 turnovers in 3 games. What a pace.
Poor JJ made that his best bet. I mean, imagine giving points with Will Levis. Right away it's over.
There's different ways to do these best bets. I am personally not I'm going to make my best bet of the week a bad quarterback or a bad team.
Oh, okay.
I can't personally do it. I don't like betting on bad teams because I just think there's too much variance.
I'm the same way. I think you bet underdogs. If you make a living betting underdogs, you'll live 8 years shorter because you're betting on a bad quarterback to do a good thing in the fourth quarter.
Right. Poop fecta. Bengals Panthers. You could argue this is a fairly watchable because of Dalton going against his old. Is he in the Bengals Ring of Honor or no?
300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Yeah.
Took us to 7 playoff games. Here he is. I have the Bengals right in the Vegas zone, laying 5 points in Carolina.
All right, you're going to get it. It's 5.5. Yeah, he was he was instrumental. He was in the Shakey's game every year, right? Dalton. He was at Saturday game, him against Matt Schaub. Wasn't that
I see
Shakey's
Dalton
game?
And I just think of warm, kind of gross pizza that might give you diarrhea in a couple hours. I see his face. That's my instinct.
That's
just
good.
Being on the bowl, wondering wondering why I had that sausage pizza slice.
He's going to get you back by putting up 6 W's for Carolina, moving that NFC South total up to 33.
Here's a hard line. 49ers at home for the terrible New England Patriots.
Yeah.
I went with 49ers by 9.
Yeah. I went 7.5. You're going to get it. It's 10.5. I was way off. I just didn't think 10.5s existed anymore, honestly.
Is that our first one?
We didn't have one last week, right?
I don't know if we've had a double figures one. Yeah, I think that's our first one.
Let's see. This is easy enough to do.
This will be Jacoby Brissett's last start.
It's the first one. The Bengals didn't give the Patriots 10, right? That never got to 10? That would have been the closest one. Yeah, it's the first one.
This is the farewell start for Jacoby Brissett.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, yeah. You said this was the last one he sits.
This is it.
Yeah.
Drake May will be the starter for week 5 against Miami.
Okay.
I am predicting that. I think that's the right move. Let's get him out there. Let's see what he's got. Don't be scared up by the Bryce Young thing. Maybe think more CJ Stroud last year. Just get him out, have him run around. I think it'll be okay.
I think that's fair. What's that game again? What's the game 5? The week 5?
Game 5 is home for Miami. It's perfect.
Okay, great.
Here's your competition. Skylar Thompson.
Skylar Murray. Yeah.
Just be better than Skylar Murray Thompson. Maybe you should hyphen it. Skylar Murray Thompson.
I love that.
Cardinals are at home for the Washington Seawards. And I was surprised. I bumped this to Cards -4.
Oh, see, now you're making a run here. I think it's 4.5. Yeah, it's 4.5. I said 3.5. So you get it.
I think there's a Cards parlay with some adjusted under, I think is worth considering because both of those teams score points. Like adjusted Cards under. Money line, and you take the under.
Oh, I see.
I mean, I'm sorry, the over, but you adjust it down. So it's like over 40 and just parlay that together and try to get it to
That's a high
even.
over. Is that the highest over of the week?
Is it over 50?
49.5, but that's the highest of the week. I guess it might be 1-2 versus secondaries.
So get that down to like 42, something like that. And
not bad.
Yeah. 2 good garbage time touchdown teams too. Where the game's over, but they're just driving like it's the Super Bowl. Last Poop-fecta game is Poop-tastic. Raiders Browns. It is a spilled porta-john of poop. It's in Vegas. I have no idea who should be favored. I almost wanted to do Raiders pick 'em, but I did Raiders -1.
I did Raiders -2. It's Browns -1.5.
Wow, not surprised.
You get that.
Of
you
course.
love the Raiders on a teaser getting more than a touchdown.
No, you will never see me bet on the Raiders ever, especially after the coach coming out and just bashing the players in 2024. I don't know if that works when the coach has basically done nothing.
Right.
It's not like he's like a 3-time Super Bowl champ, right? He won a couple games last year down the stretch.
Yeah.
And now he's just calling guys out, taking shots.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. We have lots of evidence in the last 5-6 years that this is a bad strategy.
Yeah. Coach, I appreciate the criticism, but I don't know if you remember, you punted on 4th and 1 from the 43 last like 6
Coach,
days ago.
I'm sorry I didn't try as hard this week, but I still can't believe you punted from the 40-yard line. So I made some business decisions today. I will say this. If you bet on this game, you might need to go to a meeting.
Well, they gave us, they're doing better. It's 8 and 4, 1 p.m. kickoffs and 4 p.m.s or 4:25, whatever. So, yeah, there are other games. You don't need to do this one.
We have this little outdoor area in my house, and I didn't want to put a TV out there. And then my wife was like, "Put on a TV. I know you're going to use it. We should put one out there." I'm like, "All right, fine." I was out there for the late games today. It was just, I felt like a new man. It's
really nice
because you're just sitting indoors watching TV for 10 hours. Yeah. And just to be outdoors for 3 hours watching a TV with the little 4-box on it, I was like, this is great. I'm having a great time.
It does make you feel a little less shitty about yourself, right?
Yeah, it really does. It really does.
I'm sorry about this, but I've only heard about this. But there's the leaving the strip club when it's light out feeling like, oh boy, where's my life? And then there's, a little further down is
what about about still playing blackjack when they're vacuuming under the table?
Yeah.
Which you've personally witnessed with me multiple times.
That would have been a better example I should have
too.
used. I'm sorry. It was a little less sketchy.
Fortunately, we're not live. Oh, no, we are live.
Same place. Vegas. Yeah.
Sunday night. Ravens Bills. This is a really good game.
Great game.
Lamar. These two guys, you think you have them stopped, Mike. You think you got them, and they just pull a play right out of their butt cheeks, Mike.
Right
out of your butt.
You try to tackle him, Mike. We're going on the field now. I dare you.
You do everything right, and he just plows over you and gets 4 more yards, Mike.
That was a great play. I will say the first down, when he held the ball, he deked the director and everyone, and the announcer Brady still thinks that it was a sweep left. And then the pass was 3rd and 6 to Flowers. He pulled it out. That's what he lives for, you know.
He lives for those moments.
Yeah, those moments.
I have Ravens -3 against Buffalo.
I think we split this. It's 2.5. I said 2. Wait, let's add these up. 1, 2, 3. 4,
I have
5,
to
6,
be winning. Come on.
8, 2, 3, 4. You're winning by 2. One of the Monday night games, they have 2 again. One, I'm off by 1.5 points. So you could wrap it up with this first one. Damn it.
2 Monday night games again.
Mm-hmm.
The first one stinks. Dolphins Titans. Skylar Thompson against what did we call him?
Skylar
Murray Thompson. Skylar Murray Thompson.
Yeah.
Against Will Levis. The Titans fired Mike Vrabel, replaced him with a guy who's like, Will Levis is my guy. Mm-hmm. Malik Willis goes to this other team, and somehow they've rejuvenated him in 2 weeks, and it's not going great for Tennessee.
Is there a Malik Levis? Because that's another interesting.
That would get super confusing.
Oh, man. So confusing. Yeah.
I have the Dolphins favored by 2.5 over the Titans.
Son of a bitch. You were way off, but I was way off. I said -3. Tennessee's favored by 1.5.
Oh my God. It's almost like they saw Skylar Thompson play quarterback today. Jesus.
But Levis again.
How the mighty have fallen. This is unbelievable. The Dolphins are getting points against Will Levis in week 4.
All right, I got to see something. Is Will Levis, was he favored 3 times this year? No, he wasn't favored against the Bears, was he?
Twice.
Was he favored against the Bears? No.
So I wrapped it up.
Yeah.
All right, Monday night. Second game. Pretty good one. Lions against the Seahawks. The Seahawks a little banged up, so I bumped this a little toward the Lions. I had the Lions by 5.
We're going to split it. I said 4. It's 4.5. So you win 10-8.
Wait, we have one more bonus bet.
Go ahead.
Tuesday night, midnight, East Coast time. The premiere of Mr. McMahon on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
Home game against the Menendez brothers. 6 episodes. The monster, the Menendez brothers. That's on Netflix right now. Mr. McMahon. I don't know who's favorite in that. Mr. McMahon. I mean, there's 2 Menendez brothers.
Yeah, so that's like a double. Well, can I just say this on your behalf? The Menendez brothers say don't watch it. They are not happy with how they were portrayed. So,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Mr. McMahon isn't either. But and let me just say, I saw it. Thank you for the advanced screening. I fucking loved it. It's like crack cocaine to me, and I loved it.
Oh, thanks,
and
Sal.
I want to. I don't think you had anything to do with it. No, it was great. It was great. You picked all the perfect spots. Let me just say that. And I also thought it was fair. That's all I'm going to say.
I appreciate it. We're really proud of it. I'm trying not to say too much, but it premieres Wednesday on Netflix.
Your birthday.
Yeah, weirdly my birthday, but it's really Wednesday on Netflix is really late night Tuesday. So for the people on the West Coast, they're going to be like, oh, I'm just going to watch the first one. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, you're going to watch at least 4. It's impossible to watch the first one and stop.
Plan on doing 3 and 3.
Yeah,
Plan
3 and 3 or
sessions.
4 and 2. It'll be one of those. Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's Mr. McMahon is coming on Netflix September 25th.